The temperature gauge in my car says that it's 90 degrees right now. It's 6 a.m. The sun is just coming up, hasn't even come up yet. And I'm here in the parking lot of Walmart, waiting for them to open. They should open in just a minute or two. And this morning, I'm going to see how many steps I can get in walking around Walmart while I'm doing my grocery shopping. I have a couple of extra things I need to get today besides groceries. I need to see if I can find some tennis shoes or some walking shoes. This is where I usually buy my walking shoes. They're very affordable and they've all been great. They've lasted a long time. They usually last a couple of years. And I have my inserts that I got from my podiatrist, so that takes care of my arch support. So it doesn't really matter what kind of shoes I get. I mean, I don't have to get really high-end walking shoes, I don't think. With my arch supports that I can put inside the whatever shoes I buy, that seems to do the trick. And my walking shoes that I bought here at Walmart have always been very, very comfortable. So I'm going to see if I can pick up some walking shoes today. I also just realized that I always bring water with me when I go for my long walks. But sometimes, but I bring the water. I usually leave it in the car because it's heavy. And I don't always bring a backpack. And sometimes when I do bring a backpack and I put the water in the backpack, inevitably the top comes loose or it's not a real tight fit and water gets all over my backpack and all over my back. So I usually just leave the water in the car. But sometimes I'm out walking for an hour or so and I don't have any water with me. And in the summer heat, that's definitely not something I want to do. So it occurred to me the other day, I don't know why it's taken me this long to think about it, or maybe I thought about it before and it didn't seem very practical. But I'm going to see if I can find a plastic water bottle that has a carabiner hook that can just hook onto my belt loop. And that way I can bring some water with me. And the large bottles of water, they're very heavy and they bang against you as you're walking. I think that's why I haven't done it in the past. But if I could find maybe a smaller one, so at least I have some water. I don't need to have all of my water when I'm out walking, just for an hour or so. But if I have half a bottle of water, I think that would work. So I'm going to see if I can find something like that here. If not, I'll buy it on Amazon. I did look on Amazon and they do have some. And because it's so hot and sunny here, it has to be just the right type of bottle, because if it's just a plastic bottle, the sun is going to bake it and it'll be very hot water, so I won't be able to drink it. So I might still have to get some kind of a metal or ceramic bottle that, again, is going to be heavy, but if it's smaller, if it's insulated, then the water can stay cool. And if it's smaller, hopefully it won't be too heavy to carry with me and then it won't bang against the side of my leg or my hip while I'm walking. So anyway, just something I want to investigate and see if they have anything like that. And then I also want to get a cooling towel. I have one or two, but they're kind of old, and I want to see if they have any here today. They're really nice because while you're out walking, you could just put a little water on them. You could either do it ahead of time or while you're walking if you have some water with you. And there's something in these towels. They look kind of like chamois. Remember chamois that you would clean off your car with, or you dry your car off with? They absorb the water, and then they have something in them that makes the water really cold. So it almost feels like you have a wet towel that you just took out of the refrigerator, and you can put that on your head or around your neck, and that can really keep you cool as well while you're walking. So those are the three items. Actually, there's one other item. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll tell you about that when I'm in the store or after I'm back in the car. But I'm going to try to walk around for about an hour and see how many steps I can get. It's kind of like walking in the mall, in the summer when it's hot out. A lot of you have suggested that I walk in the mall, and I do plan to do that probably next week. But for today, I'm just going to walk in Walmart and see how many steps I can get. I'm curious. I may have to walk around a couple of times and up and down the aisles, but I do that anyways. So I'll be here for an hour, I think, and we'll see how many steps I can get in an hour here at Walmart. The sun is just coming up. As you can see, it's a really smoky sky. We've had a lot of fires nearby, and the smoke always seems to drift down here to the desert, unfortunately. That's another good reason to walk inside instead of outside today with all the smoke in the air. When did tennis shoes and walking shoes get so colorful? I mean, it's probably a good idea, if you're walking at night or you're walking in the street, and this will probably help people see you better. But these are awful bright. I don't know. Kind of interesting. prices for their shoes have definitely gone up a lot since the last time I bought shoes here, which was probably about 2 years ago. I think they were probably like $12, $15 back then, so it seems like they've doubled. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe they were $18 or $20, but they're definitely more now. They definitely have gone up. I don't know. Should I get some really bright colored shoes or just stick with some white ones? I'll probably stick with the white. I know these cargo shorts aren't very popular anymore. I was afraid they might stop making them, but glad to see they are still making them. And I really like that this one is short. Even shorter than the ones I have right now go down to the knee. It just seemed a little too long. This is even shorter. It says at the knee, but I think this is, no, maybe it's the same size. I saw some over there that were like an extra few inches longer. I mean, for some reason they keep making shorts longer and longer, where I'd rather have them shorter. You know, shorts. I know maybe it's just me, but I think shorts should be short and not long. All right, so I'm gonna have to pick up some of these. What I like about them is these two extra pockets here. I could put all my camera equipment. I've got my extra batteries, my microphones, even my little cameras now will fit in the pocket. So these are perfect for walking and filming and carrying all my camera equipment. I can even get a tripod. Yeah, this is kind of a short pocket here, but sometimes I can get the tripod in my pocket as well. Seriously, look how long these are below the knee. I wonder what the purpose is. I mean, there must be a reason someone would want to wear a short that's almost the same length as just wearing full-length pants. If you know, let me know. I'm curious. That's not a bad price at all. And I can totally relate to this. Not a bad price for swim noodles. They seem thinner than they used to be, but I guess they still work. Now I think this small bottle, it's like a half a size, would be perfect, and it's even got like a little thing that carabiner could hook onto, but would this last very long? It looks pretty cheap, and the water would just be exposed to the sun. It would really be hot, so I don't think this will work, but I could maybe try it. Let me go back to the camping section and exercise equipment. I think they might have some there that might work better. Something like this would probably work, but how do you go from $1 something to $11? And it still is exposed to the sun. This is the right size though for hooking onto my belt loop. This is a little bit too big. Again, $11, and I'm just not in the, oh, this is really heavy. This is huge. $14. This probably is what I'm looking for. Hanging on the side here, but I'm just in the, I don't know what section you would call this. Okay, so here's the same thing as over there, but instead of clear, it's blue or pink or something. This probably seems like it would be a little sturdier than the other one I just saw, and it's small enough. I guess these are probably for kids, but was it 16 ounce? Wow, that's a lot. But that would work perfectly for my hooking on the side of my pants while I'm walking. I don't know, I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna go back to the sporting goods. I think that's probably where I'll have some that are made just for this, what I'm looking for. I'm gonna do at least one complete loop around the perimeter of the store. Probably have to do a couple to get any real steps in addition to walking up and down every single aisle. These are popular at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, but they're even cheaper here. And look at the selection. They got a great selection. I wonder if they make these in solar. If they did, I would definitely buy these, but I don't see anything on here saying these are solar. It'd just be so much easier to attach, maybe to the umbrella, or actually to attach anywhere without a cord. When I was young, I used to hate shopping. Now that I'm old and retired, I love it. I could spend all day shopping at Walmart or any store. Isn't that funny how I guess we just have different phases in our life? The camper nightlight, that is really cute, but look at that price, $19.24. Shouldn't that be like about $1.50? I mean, maybe $2 or $3, but almost $20? I don't know. It seems way too much to me. When you walk up and down every single aisle, you do see a lot of things you wouldn't necessarily see otherwise. And some really interesting things that I actually could use. All right, so I'm at the back of the store in the sporting goods and outdoor section, and hopefully they'll have what I'm looking for here. A couple of things I'm looking for here. This one looks like it could work. It's $10. It's got a nice sturdy handle on it. Swivel tumbler, 18 ounces. Kind of blend in too. I like the size of that, but almost $18, that's way too much. And actually, it probably should be a little bit larger. It's not that much, wouldn't be that much water in that one, I don't think. Let's see here, water bottle. That actually looks like pretty good, but $11. Huge. I like this one here. It's the best price too. If it didn't have the straw, if it just had something you could close on the top. I mean, I like the handle because that's not going to break like some of the other swivel handles made of plastic or even metal. They look like they would break fairly easily. It's hard to find just the right one. I wonder why they've got a straw on there. This would be perfect, but $20 is just way too expensive. See, I like something that doesn't have a handle that can break off. Yeah, that's the right size. It's light, but $20? $20.62? Way too expensive. That seems like a pretty reasonable price for these cooling towels, $6. The ultimate cooling towel. Stay cooler, stay cool, go longer. Yeah, see how she's got it around her neck? Yeah, Marcia told me about these. I'd never heard of these before. But they definitely work. I love them. Not a bad price either. Here's another section of these cups, and these are $9. It's just like the one that I saw back in the back. I think it was, but I think back there was $10. I have a little Walmart app. I can check the price to see. Yeah, I guess these are the same as back there. I like this. I just don't like the straw. I mean, it doesn't seem like that would last very long. Maybe you could stick your own straw in there. I think, don't they have metal straws? Yeah, I think I've seen metal straws somewhere now. That might be good. But the top here is clear, so the sun can get into that too. Okay, what's this one? Did I see this one already? Yeah, I think I did. I'm just not sure this will last very long. That is about the right size, though. I didn't realize this was going to be such a difficult decision. All right. That these would be so expensive. This can't be right. $9 for all these different sizes? I doubt that. Now, these are larger sizes, way too large, and these are, it says $19, but down here it says $14. I'm back where I started. I think since I couldn't find anything that I really liked, I think I'm just going to start with this, since it's just a test anyway. And if these break and don't last very long, well, it's only $1.27. I could buy quite a few of these for the same price as the other end. I guess, and this is very, very light. It's the lightest of all of them. And I'm really using it just to have water while I'm walking for an hour or two. It's probably not going to get that hot. I can probably even put it under my shirt. So, and I can move it from side to side. So whichever side the sun is on, I can put it on the other side to keep it in the shade while I'm walking. Yeah, I think I'll start with this. Maybe I'll get a couple of them. And you know, even if the little carabiner thing, if this little thing broke off, this would actually fit in my pocket here. And actually, that actually might be a better idea to put in my pocket than it's shaded from the sun. So, okay, so I like this idea. So, I wonder if I should get more than this, just in case. Well, I'll start with 2. They'll probably still be here next week. I'll test them this week and see how they go. I wonder if I should get one of these ice pack things too. I could really use one of these to cool down my phone. If this is $1.27, let me use my app and see. So that was interesting. The Walmart app said that this is $1.22 instead of $1.27. Well, unless maybe it said $1.27. I don't have my glasses on. It looked like a 22. That's very possible. So yeah, for $1, I'll get that, and I can put that in my pocket to keep my phone and battery cool, or to cool them down once they get warm. So let me start with these and see how these work. I think this should work out pretty well. And I can't believe it. I've already been here walking around Walmart for an hour and 15 minutes. It's 7:15. I got here at 6 a.m. It's 7:15 a.m. And I haven't even gone down half of the aisles. I had no idea the store was so big. I mean, I knew it was big, but I guess I've never really walked down every single aisle on a single trip. So this is good to know. So if I could actually just come here and walk for an hour or two and probably get my steps in. I'm gonna have to check and see how far I've gone so far. I think I just looked a few minutes ago and I'd gone about a mile so far. And I haven't even started grocery shopping yet, so I guess I need to go start doing that. Definitely a lot cooler than walking outside in the summer heat. So here's another display. These are $11.12. I've seen these in some of the other areas. This is the one, I mean, I kind of like this. The size is good. The price isn't too bad. I think they have these in beige, which I prefer. All the blue is not too bad. Yeah, it's more of a canteen where it says it keeps liquid cool, double wall vacuum insulated. So I'll probably end up getting one of these, but I'll start with the other for right now. I guess $11 is not too bad. And this one doesn't have the straw, although I think it does have, there's a straw inside, but not on the outside. Yeah, if they have these in white or beige, I would probably just go ahead and get one, but I don't think this one came in beige. I don't know, I guess we could go with the black. It seems like the black would get a lot hotter, but maybe since they're insulated, maybe that doesn't matter when you're out walking. I just checked my steps, my walking app on my phone, and I got in 2,848 steps, which is not a lot. It's 1.2 miles, but I was walking or standing for 2 hours. I got here at 6, I went in at 6, and it's just about 8 o'clock right now. So 2 hours of walking around Walmart, and I didn't even get down every single aisle. I thought I would have to go down every single aisle a couple of times and make a couple of laps within an hour. I figured I could do that within an hour. I was very wrong. In 2 hours, I wasn't even able to get down half of the aisles. So that means I can come back on a day when I'm not really spending a lot of time trying to figure out what to buy. Like I bought the shoes. It took me a while to figure out which shoes to buy, which walking shoes, tennis shoes to buy. And then I was also looking at shorts, cargo shorts, which I didn't buy because I don't remember what size I am, and so I need to go home and check my size, and then I'll come back. They have a lot, so I think next week they should still have some, and I'll buy a pair in my size. I also spent probably half the time in there just looking for a water bottle that I could clip on to my belt loop using a carabiner. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to find anything that I really liked, so I settled for a couple of bottles that were just $1, I think $1.27 each. I'm going to try those as a test and see if that works. I think they will, but we'll see. So it was a very productive shopping trip and walk. And I don't know about you, but I've gotten to the point where I know they say it's better if you walk fast. So fast walks are supposed to be better, but I'm 71 years old now. I think if I'm just out walking for 2 hours, that's probably pretty good. Some days I do walk really fast. I'll walk around my neighborhood and there are no distractions and I'm walking as fast as I possibly can. And in 20 minutes, I can get a mile to a mile and a half in 15 to 20 minutes. Where today it took me 2 hours to get 1.2 miles. So I still think it's really good exercise if you're standing and shopping and walking around for 2 hours, no matter how slow you're going, even if you're just strolling, even if you're just standing somewhere for 2 hours. I think that's probably pretty good exercise. So the total came to 106, a little over 106, but that included my beer, which is $18, probably $20 or so with tax. And the tennis shoes were $30 plus tax, so that's $50 right there, just with those two items. So the rest were groceries that I just normally buy. Nothing that you haven't seen already if you've watched my grocery shopping videos before. So I didn't get a lot of steps in, but I did walk for 2 hours. So I think that was definitely worth the walk. And like I say, next time I'll come and I'll be more focused on the walk instead of on the shopping. In fact, if I'm only coming to grocery shop, that only takes me 15, 20 minutes. The rest of the time I can just walk, zip up and down all the aisles and see how many. In fact, that'll be an interesting video, at least for me, to see just how long it will take me to walk down every single aisle. I had no idea there were so many aisles here at Walmart. There's a lot of aisles. And I'll have to put my blinders on because as I was walking down the aisles that I did walk down, the half of the aisles that I walked down, there were so many interesting things to see. So many things I hadn't noticed before, or even seen before. Some of those aisles I haven't even been down before, so that was pretty fun. But next time I'll put my blinders on, I'll just do my walk and see how many steps I can get in just walking down every single aisle, back and forth, up and down every single aisle. I'm guessing it would probably be closer to 2 miles and twice as many steps. And I could probably do it in the same amount of time. Maybe I could do it in an hour, hour and a half. So it was definitely nice and cool in there. It's hot in the car right now, so I'm going to turn on the air conditioner and hit the road and head on home. So let me know what you think about me walking inside a Walmart or other stores or in the mall. Do you want to see more of these? Or fewer of these videos? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.